All right, now you can hear me. So welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. I guess I'm taking over Jay Leno's spot for doing nighttime videos. I actually wasn't even going to go live tonight, but I've been thinking about something for the last couple of hours, so I figured now would be a good time. So I hope everyone's doing well. I don't think my notification went out because I don't have like anybody from Discord in here. So I'm thinking people didn't get notification. Did you guys get notification? Either that or somebody's live and nobody wants to come visit me. I don't know. But not one person from Discord is in here. So that's a little weird. So what's up, Sarah? I don't even think there's a lot of people live. Is there a lot of people live right now? Because I'm just like a little surprised. What's up, Felice? I was going to say Feliz Navidad. So I got a message. You guys did get notifications? All right. I don't know why nobody from Discord's in, but it's all right. Kiki, I dropped the link. I don't know if you saw it. I can drop it again. There's the membership link. All right. So early this morning, well, not like early this morning, but a couple of 8 hours ago, somebody sent me a... Oh, Ziggy. I don't even know who Ziggy is. I mean, I do, but I don't. So, oh, you got the cashmere cedar? All right. You got yours? I don't know why nobody from Discord's here, but it's not a big deal. So, a couple of hours ago, hey, Cinnamon. Couple of hours ago, I got a message about something that Nick Barris from NC5. If you don't know who NC5 is, News Channel 5 in Nashville. Thanks, Kim. And he posted this horrible post about social media and how, hey, Quinny, and how social media is hindering the Summer Wells case. And how it is not fair for social media, welcome Kiki, for social media to put bogus stuff out there or put stuff out there. And I'm going to read you guys the post. I personally don't exactly agree with him because social media has actually been really good when it comes to missing cases. Brian Laundrie, perfect example, or a Gabby Petito, either way, perfect example of how social media is a big help. Now, I do agree with him that Facebook is over the top with bullshit. Always has been, always will be. I think that started. So you got no notification. Hey, Avery. Hey, Just a Mom. There was notification that, I'm sorry, I got notification screwed me up and I'm tired. But I just think that social media has been a big help and I think he's wrong, but there's a lot to it. Then while I was going down this rabbit hole, I found this, We Can Bring You Hope from this company, We Can Bring You Hope, that I guess was involved in looking into Summer Wells, or they were helping Summer Wells. Tiffany seems to know a lot about it. I'm not going to play the part she's in the video. That part doesn't matter. I want to play the after that stuff. But I agree with a lot of what he's saying, or she. I don't even know if it's a male or female. But a lot of people haven't seen it or heard it. It was done back in October. But for those of you that have been consistent in this case, I have some questions. You will understand once we get to it. Having to do with the reward fund and the money and everything else. Lots of questions for those of you that have tracked it all along. So, all right, let me get to what he says. So, Nick Barris says, well, here we go again. The crap needs to stop. I know people are desperate for answers in the Summer Wells case, but bogus info does not help with the investigation. And I absolutely agree with that. bogus information that's posted or called into TBI is not helping Summer Wells. You know, it's like, I wouldn't call TBI and be like, I think I saw a ghost in the window. You just don't do that. But unfortunately, there are thousands of people that do that. And they will call TBI. I saw a ghost in the window. I think she did this. I think she did that. So I just want to say TBI is not there for speculation. TBI is there for facts and facts only. So if you know, like, that you believe you saw Summer in driving down the street in Memphis, that's where you call TBI. They're there to, you know, see that. They're there to make sure that they follow up on all leads. But to say, I think I saw a ghost in the window, you don't call TBI for that. I think that she ran off with her mom, but I live in California. You don't call TBI for that. They're there for specific reasons, and that is to investigate real tips. So the way I take it, that's what he's talking about, but it seems like from the comments, a lot of people may have taken it wrong or taken it differently. So we've noticed an uptick. I'm sorry, I'm not saying this. This is from TBI posted. We've noticed an uptick in misinformation being spread online about the search for 5-year-old Summer Wells who went missing from a home in Hawkins County in June. We want to be clear that we're doing everything within our power to find her. We continue to work daily with the Hawkins County SO and the FBI Knoxville to determine what happened to Summer. No one is more frustrated than us by the lack of answers at this stage. However, we haven't given up and we won't. In addition to exhaustive ground searches, dozens of aerial searches have been conducted. Dive teams were brought in to explore waterways in the area. Canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have been utilized. Now, I want to repeat that again because it is important. A lot of people have said, hey, Red, a lot of people have said and asked me and others, you know, have they brought in canines? Have they done this? Have they checked waterways? Someone asked me earlier on my other channel, you know, do you know if there's waterways in the area? So this is new right from TBI. So again, I'm going to repeat that. Dive teams were brought in to explore waterways in the area. Canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have been utilized. So those answers are done. Thank you, Rod. The area where Summer went missing is extremely rural with few businesses. All available surveillance photos and videos have been collected and reviewed. Additionally, neighborhood canvasses were conducted in an effort to make sure that we didn't miss any residential cameras. While we do not discuss specifics about, I feel like Chris, because with my Invisalign in, I can barely talk. While we do not discuss specifics about evidence gathered in an ongoing investigation, we can tell you that numerous search warrants have been executed and any potential digital evidence has been collected. This is all from the TBI. This includes social media accounts. Again, this includes social media accounts, which I think, and I'm assuming that they mean Chase, possibly. We've updated our newsroom blog to include a complete list of FAQs, questions. Again, we'd encourage you to share factual information, not speculation, as the case continues to unfold. And then there's a link. And when you click the link, it says, updated today, 11/10. The investigation into the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation continue to work alongside the FBI to determine what happened to Summer. As this is an ongoing investigation, we are limited to the details we can provide. Actually, let me show you guys this with me. Your hair looks great. Have a great life. Thank you. Hold on. Let me share this. All right. This way I'm not just like reading. You guys can, I got to put it behind me. All right. So the investigation, I got there. However, since we aren't able to respond to all individual inquiries, we've worked with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to compile a list of questions we frequently receive from those who have recently started following the case. Most of the questions have been asked by local media agencies covering the case from the beginning and have been answered by authorities throughout the investigation. Our number one goal is finding Summer. Please help us, and more importantly, Summer, by only sharing facts about the case. Anyone with credible information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Chase claims he knows where Summer is, but then he changed his mind. I mean, all you had to do was listen to 5 seconds of that call, and you knew immediately this dude was completely full of shit. At least I did. And from what I understand, I wasn't the only one. There's a lot of people that thought he was full of shit. I completely thought he was full of shit. Like, just totally full of shit. All right. Her mother, when was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her in the afternoon of June 15th at their home, blah, blah, blah. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline. Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have been utilized. So the reason why I am reading this and showing you guys this, because there's so many questions that people have, like, you know, have they done this? Have they done that? Have they looked here? So what they did today is they just answered all of that. And I think it's a good point to bring up that, you know, when they put something out like this, you can't really dispute it and say, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, because looking at it, they seem to have done a lot. Like they see, I see a lot being done, just saying. Thank you, Kiki. Have you searched phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes. Working alongside Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. Have you searched the flower bed? There was not a flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that she was planting flowers with them shortly before she was last seen. Flowers were planted in pots, and yes, the pots were examined. Have you searched waterways in the area? Yes. Dive teams were brought in to search the bodies of water in the area. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes. Numerous searches from the area have been completed, especially during the first few weeks when Summer went missing. Additionally, drones were used to map the area and to pinpoint bodies of water as well as any other points of interest. Will additional searches be conducted? Investigators will continue to search points of interest as they are developed, as well as follow up on all tips regarding Summer's whereabouts. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Yes, we've collected surveillance videos and videos from a variety of locations. Additionally, the entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that weren't voluntarily reported. Please keep in mind that the Beach Creek area of Hawkins County is very rural, with few businesses and no traffic cameras. Have you questioned the parents? Yes, both parents have been questioned. Have you questioned neighbors and searched the properties? Yes. Have you questioned registered sex offenders in the area? Yes. Is there evidence Summer was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. That's big. So they can find her, but there's no evidence that she was abducted. But on the flip side, there's no evidence that she wasn't abducted. So I know people can run with that. And I know, yeah, it's a frequently asked question, swear. People can run with that. My answer is it goes both ways. You don't have evidence she wasn't abducted. And, you know, because if you look at everything they searched, I'm sorry, but kids don't disappear into thin air. So unless he chopped her up and fed her to the dogs, which I think you would see blood somewhere, I'm not getting that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not grasping that there's nothing. You can't rule out that she was abducted because you can't say she wasn't. So, except that she's gone, exactly. Is the FBI involved? Yes. They've been involved since the Amber Alert was issued. Additionally, in the first week, the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment CARD team responded in the area. FBI agents continue to assist with the investigation. Why did you release information about a Toyota truck? I'm assuming that's the red one. An individual who travels through the area regularly as part of his job stated that he recalls possibly seeing a 1998 to a 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the trunk bed. The individual stated that the truck might have been parked in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. The vehicle was not captured on surveillance cameras. I thought he just said there were no surveillance cameras. In an effort to cover all bases and identify the driver, the TBI, in agreement with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, released the vehicle description. Our hope was that the individual might have information that could help the investigation. The driver has not come forward, not have the hundreds of vehicles reported to us as matching the description panned out. So, Don and Candace are not smart enough to fool the FBI. Here is where I'm torn. And I know everybody knows that, whatchamacallit, Dr. Phil is tomorrow. I got news for you. I'm not that interested in it because all Dr. Phil is going to do is ask some cheesy-ass questions. I can't imagine he's going to ask anything different than Chris already asked. And I don't know what kind of answer he expects from them. He's just not going to get anything. Kind of like what happened with every other case, and then they'd go on Dr. Phil, and you learn nothing. Like, you just got nothing new. That's why, I don't think it's going to be anything. Dr. Phil's propaganda, exactly. I'm just saying, like, anytime a family went on Dr. Phil, you learn nothing new. Like, if you know a case, there's nothing they're going to come out with. So Candace broke down, behavioral panel went on there. Oh, really? The behavioral panel went on Dr. Phil? That might be interesting. I like them. People with ring door cameras. I feel the FBI can do a polygraph well enough that they would be in jail or lawyer up. Someone was abducted. I want to know, give me a 1 if you believe Summer was abducted, and give me a 2 if you believe, you know what, I'll make it easier for you. I'm going to do a poll. I'll make it easier. All right. You believe was abducted or killed by Candace? Doctor killed by Candace. Killed by Don. By both. All right. The poll just went up. Do you see it? Can you see it? I don't see it. Let me go to YouTube. Oh, there it is. All right. Start voting. Everyone must vote. Scott and Greg went on there. They've been on there before. Behavioral panel, I actually found them when they did something on Stephen Avery. They are just behavioral experts, body language experts. The four of them, I think they're retired, but the four of them put together a YouTube channel, and they analyze different people, different celebrities, different husbands. From what I've seen, they haven't been wrong much. I have seen them wrong a couple of times, but they haven't been wrong much. I think they sold her, not killed her. Okay, I didn't make that an option. Hey, Robbie. I know I did destroy your REM sleep. Hey, it could have been worse. I could have been running around naked. That would have destroyed your sleep even more. Sold. All right. I don't know if I can add that as an option. No, I can't. It's too late. I can't end it. Yeah, I can't edit it. I could do it again. I think they sold her maybe for drugs. Yeah, this is my crime channel. Hey, Debbie. So, my answer was complicated because I believe one is way more guilty than the other. That's definitely possible. Interestingly enough, I think Don is most likely not guilty. See, I've said that from day one. Welcome, Robbie. I have said that from day one. I don't believe that Don is involved. I don't know why I always had that feeling. I've just always had that feeling. Woohoo, now you're green on both. Being green is good. Do you like Kermit? Kermit the Frog. So, before we get to the poll, make sure you vote. Is there anything, are there any other questions that you guys have that has not been answered in what the FBI stated? I'm too close to my mic. Do you guys have any other questions? Because, honestly, I think they covered everything that I've been, told and stuff. But I'm just wondering if you guys, if there's any more questions you guys could think of, because I think they covered it. She said she couldn't handle it anymore and that she felt she was getting interrogated and broke down. Probably was being interrogated. But I also think she's guilty, and I think it's getting to her. I also think Grandma's guilty. Sold to pay off drug dealer, or she is with someone because they didn't want to go to jail. Don is involved. That is why he drove the car to work that day. I feel like the kid knows more. The kid meaning the boys? No questions from me? No, I do. I think they covered everything, really. Akasha, I said the exact same thing. From the very, very first day that I looked at this case, I said, A, Grandma's involved, Candace is involved, Donna's not involved. I haven't been wrong yet. I'm not right yet, but I haven't been wrong. And, 5 months later, I still have that exact same theory that Grandma's involved, Candace is involved, and Don was at work. I don't think that Don knows anything. I do think Don is sticking up for her. Still not satisfied with the timeline. What do you mean with the timelines? Nah, Hunter's a snake. We rewatched Hunter because I didn't know that he said something. So we rewatched it the other day, and his timeline didn't make sense. So there's no way that he would be credible when his timeline didn't even add up. His timeline was all over the place. Starlink was in the car to give Don an alibi. I think he was just drunk, though. I really do. But yeah, if you re-listen to Hunter's whole thing, it doesn't add up. Like, for example, he had said that he was looking in Candace's phone and, she saw a text that said done or it's done. That right there doesn't make any sense because you wouldn't be done before it ever happened because he read her text when they were still at the lake and Summer was there. The only way that would make sense is if they were lying and Summer never went to the lake. Now, somebody brought something up. I don't remember who it was, so don't hate me. Somebody brought something up to me the other day that I've been kind of sitting on and kind of mulling it in my brain for a while. It was June 15th in Tennessee. It was warm enough to go swimming. Why was Summer wearing a jacket? If it was warm enough to go swimming, then she didn't need a jacket. And I didn't really think about it. Tennessee is hot. It's not like we're in New York. I live 30 minutes from Tennessee. It gets hot. So why would she need a jacket? Like, I could see if it was a June day and it was cool out, but it was hot enough to go swimming. So why would you need a jacket? I don't know. I thought that was weird. Do you feel similar to all Kaylee? No, I don't. I think it's completely different. That's been a question for a while. I never thought of it, to be honest with you. She said she was cold after she... See, that's what I said, that maybe she was cold. To keep Grandma's seats from being wet. I kind of remember saying that, but... Yeah, but it's still June. This is June in Tennessee, not June in Alaska. So it's going to be warm. Mom said that when the windows were down, Summer always complained that it was cold even if it wasn't. Okay. Now there's something creepy about Allie. All of them children with shaved heads on her Facebook. Very sickening to look at, especially it's uncomfortable to see them. Cinnamon, what are you talking about? Allie shaved her head? It said it was the only dry stuff in her car. Now, this is where I don't know, and you guys tell me if anybody has thought of this or come up with a theory on this. Again, this is not something called TBI, but I don't know if I missed something along the way. What about the theory? Because we already know Hunter's lying. But what if Summer never went to the lake? What if she just never went and she was gone hours before that? Anyone ever think of that? Or put together a theory with that? I mean, granted, it would take a couple of people lying. Bunch of different little kids with their heads shaved in different ways. She has video of her there. Okay. Are you sure that it was from that day? I don't know. It's just something I thought of when I was thinking about this earlier. Like, is it possible that she had not really gone to the lake? I think the head shaving was about head lice. There is a video. And is the video proven to be from that day? Hey, Amanda. TikTok videos can be draft shared any time. I agree with that. That is true, Karen. It is another script to the story. Yeah, and I'm not saying like I'm right. I'm just saying that it could have been a different day it was posted. So, you know, like, for example, remember, like, way back in the beginning, it was Candace was giving Hunter alcohol and that's why they hung out together. Although in actuality, I think Candace's mentality is still at 15. So I can see her getting along with a 15-year-old because that is where her mentality is. Whether it be because she's, slow, or she has learning disabilities, or she's autistic, or she's just been beaten down. I don't know why. Or untreated, mental disorder. I don't know. But you can tell that her mentality is that of like a 15-year-old. Putting myself in a 15-year-old mind frame, they will do anything to not get in trouble. So, sometimes I toss back to, well, she was giving him alcohol, and that's a perfect reason why he's going to lie. He's not going to tell the truth when it's, when he knows he can get in trouble. Not only is it against the law, but if he tells on her, she'll never get him alcohol again. If he tells on her, he may get in a lot of trouble. Maybe somebody's going to hurt him. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. So I was thinking about it that maybe, just maybe, he had actually not seen her, not gone with that story, but is going with Candace's story so he doesn't get in trouble. And maybe if something happens, it will then eventually come out. I don't know. I haven't forgotten that way back in the beginning, it was about, getting alcohol. Helps her out with that reefer too. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's possible. I'm not saying it's likely, but it's possible. Let's say, you guys are still on the head thing. Agree about, oh yeah, it is. Her mentality is like a 15-year-old. But why it is, I don't know. Is it untreated mental disorder? Is it autism? Is it being beat? Just being an abused, broken down woman for so long? I don't know. Yeah, lice doesn't happen if you're dirty. I mean, it can, but high school kids get good buds. Sometimes they do. All right, it's called Lost But Not Forgotten, Summer Wells L's Photos. Where is it, Cinnamon? None of them have shaved that close. What's Allie's Facebook? I don't know Allie's Facebook. What's her Facebook? Developmental delay, but I'm saying we don't know why. Everyone's like, oh my God, you're hanging out with a child, blah, blah, blah. But she has the mentality of a child. I don't think she was having sex with him. I really don't. I never bought into that. I just didn't. You don't have to be dirty to have lice. No, you don't. I think sleeping without sheets gives you lice. I really do. People that I know never put sheets on their kids' beds always had lice. No joke. She never went swimming that... Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about it like that today, but it just seemed like maybe, just maybe, she didn't. Some already had the back of her head shaved. You could see that in videos of her chasing the boys. Maybe she just likes short hair. You can get lice from children in school. Yes, you can. Someone was all over Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, but only just right before she went missing. She was like, my kids on Facebook are there from the time they were really, really, really little and kept going on. Still find it weird, like you can find pictures of them when they were 18 months old on Facebook. And it continues. It's not like all of a sudden I started a TikTok account and just decided to put my kids up there. Lice go for clean hair. Yeah, they do. Tea tree oil, it keeps rid of lice. If someone was cold enough to wear a coat in the car, why would she be leaning against cold milk? Good point. That's a good point, Karen. All right, what is Allie's Facebook? I don't know Allie's last name. What's her Facebook? Exactly, that's why I say she was sold in trafficking. Someone could have stalked Summer. She could have. They could have. I believe she's being mentally and physically abused. I think she's probably been abused her whole life. That was where the swimming video is. Now, I remember seeing the swimming video, but I'm saying, what's,
I could be brown, I could be blue.
What is, I don't even remember. What is her TikTok? The Million Summer Wells. Those girls had their head. What is, do you, just what's the name is it under? Candace was pimping Summer out while Don was at work. And I think H ran over her and they threw her down a ravine. Where did you come up with this? Maybe she could find it through Don's Facebook. What, the TikTok? Or Allie? Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you, Sarah. Smart thinking. All right. Candace has one thing on her page. Candace started another Facebook in November with Summer's picture and purple trees. There's a Dale Terry who says how much he loves Summer. Doesn't lead really to anything though. Alright, Robin. I don't see Ellie on here. Unless she has a different name. Dale's Candace's friend helping fix house. Oh. Thank you, Candace Bly. But how come Allie's not on his Facebook? Unless she's under a different name. Yeah, there's no Allie on his Facebook. Yeah, Allison Harris, there's no Allison. All right, not that Allison Harris. Well, it's definitely not her. Yeah, I can't find it. I can't find it. I thought Hunter didn't do social media. I was just going to say, I don't know. But if someone could find the link to Allison, let me know, because I don't see it. I mean, I've searched everything. And it's definitely not on Don's. Did they go to church? Would she be on the church lady? I forgot the church lady's name. Oh, I'm just creepy as a toucan. Yeah, I agree. All right, let me look. I don't think Candace had... Oh, wait, what's this? Come on. What? What link?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want to see pimple popping. There's no content. She took down the videos. Tell me what the title is on YouTube. Because Candace took down her videos. I did. It comes up nothing. Comes up the Facebook groups. I didn't trust the whole church either. Not that I don't trust that particular lady, but the whole church is just weird. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not buying what they're selling. Sorry. There's a link to that page. Which page? Garment Not Forgotten channel has screenshots. I think they did delete it. I'll show you guys. There's nothing on here. There's nothing there. Here's another one. Maybe that's it. Still no content. I don't know what these numbers are. Still nothing. Allison Harris, the daughter, is on Facebook. I couldn't find it. The church is under investigation for child... Really? For real? The link is coming up for... Alright, let me take a look. Gone, but not forgotten. Alright. So what am I looking at? Summerwell's interview with Hunter's mom? Which we saw that already. Interview room. It is with a why not I? Huh? Oh. Did you get a haircut? Yeah, I did. Missing but not forgotten because that's the only channel I'm finding. I got gone but not forgotten. Oh, wait, you know what? No, it's not. Missing. But... All right, here we go. Summer Wells in these pictures. Look at these alarming pics. Is that the one you're talking about with Allie's kid? Is that the video I'm looking at? All right, let me show you guys. This video? Hunter's interview with Chris, I just looked at the other day. Thanks, Elle. Okay, I absolutely disagree with this. That she knows for certain what happened, that Allison knows, I completely disagree. Okay, we covered that. Oh, there's the call. Oh, that's what Chase looks like? Do you remember when Allie said that Candace wouldn't let her say hi to Summer when she dropped off Hunter that day? Yes, but I also believe that Allie lies. I don't believe Allie's honest. I think she's full of shit, if you want my honest opinion. I don't believe Allie or Hunter at all. And that's one of those, like, sorry, not sorry kind of thing. I just don't. I didn't really find either one of them to be credible. I can't believe how many people are wrapped up in this call. I mean, you can tell in the first 5 minutes he was full of shit.
Hello, hello, all my beautiful people.
I can't. Is that ice? Huh? She talking ice like meth or actual ice? Okay. Help me understand what this is. Are they slumbering in the living room? Do they not like their new beds? Yeah. They love their beds. It's just more cooler in the living room than their room. My little one slept on the couch half the summer because it was too hot in his room. That's not out of the norm. Also, yeah, that name does not pull up on Facebook. Hey, Lily. Lily, the first one from Discord. I don't know where everyone is. Point someone thought there was ice, real ice, and the red Subaru behind truck, it is a tube. Huh? Bring my baby home. She's missing. So Allison's daughter went missing? In 2018? Are you not in Discord, Lee? I thought you were. More sick about it. It's tearing me apart inside, not knowing if she's okay or not. If anyone's, all right, so Allison's daughter went missing in 2018. I'm assuming she probably came home. Still no word. Still missing. She came home. She ran away. Allie probably ate up all the food. All right. No, she's not mine, but I wish she was. It's an interesting comment. I don't know what this is. Kids go in cabinets all the time. I don't see the relevance. Still don't see relevance. Kids sleeping. And Allie's daughter, end. I don't... The man with the kids? This is like real conspiracy shit. Who cares that they had the same hair? I don't see the relevance of this. Like, I don't get it. I'm like waiting to see something of relevance, and I'm just not. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You guys are probably looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. Let me go back. So I've been skimming through this to see like what's been going on. I don't understand what she sees or what, and I don't want to listen to the voice, but I don't get what she sees. That's so crazy. This is when I said Allison's daughter was missing. Okay. There really isn't much here. This is the some of the stuff I just don't understand. I know, I apologize. I really thought you guys were seeing it. Like summer, okay. Kids sleeping. Like this, I don't get it. Kids always go in cabinets. My kids always went in cabinets. A lot of kids go in cabinets. I don't know what she's looking at. Or here, like her hair. That's how she liked her hair. You know, that's how she liked her hair. What's the big deal? I don't understand this either. Like, that's why I'm like, help me understand. What is the relevance of all this? Okay, so 2 kids are sleeping next to each other. I don't get it. Like, what's the point of this? Allie's daughter and? Woohoo, Kiki. Like, I just don't get the point. That's what I'm saying, Sarah. I'm waiting for some kind of relevance of this. That's what I was saying before, but you guys weren't seeing it. So you didn't know what I was talking about. It makes no sense for Allie to have multiple children in photographs unless she's a handler. So, oh, that's not true. Cinnamon, what if Allie's house was the place for everyone to go? There's nothing wrong with that. Why wouldn't she take pics of neighborhood kids? Oh, is that someone else marked in the photo? No, that's Summer, and then these other kids. Allie's daughter holding Summer. Not out of the norm. The man with the kids. Who is this? Cinnamon, don't you think that's a far stretch? Like, how do we know Allison has pedophile friends? But how do we know Allison has pedophile friends? No, I didn't mark on the pictures. This was the girl's video, who it is. There's a video out of a guy that had pics of them. Couldn't he have taken from their Facebook page? Allison hated Candace. Remember that Jose guy? There were a lot of animosity there. I think Allison is involved. There are too many people hopping on YouTube, but not Allison. Who's this guy? So these same pics on it. Oh, this is the man that they're talking about? She covered the name, though, so I don't know who it is. That guy with the glasses, friend of Allison's on Facebook. All right, is it possible that some of those kids are his? Is that possible? Did anyone think that? Oh, but he doesn't have kids. Okay. What's his name? Her Facebook has multiple RSO, but Allie deactivated it. There's so many people involved in this. It's hard to keep up. Yeah, I'm trying to piece it all together. When they're sleeping or in bed. Does anyone know his name? Like, I don't get the point of this. RSO is his name? Okay, do you know what this is? I don't know why this person blocked this out. Good night, Dar. I would love to know why they blocked this out. Also, registered sex offender. Oh, okay. But does anyone have a name? I don't know if it was a post on his Facebook because I don't know what the name that is. But that's what I was curious. Like, what's the name? Picture of a pedo. No, they just blocked out the name. But if it's a pedo, why block out the name? Fuck it. Even, I mean, I know a lot of guys that have stuff like this. So, that doesn't faze me. Anna up walking. Cam take little sips of juice. Okay. There were a lot of pics he had of lots of little girls, and a few of them had the same haircut as Summer, and these pics and posts were his. Maybe they all have the same hairdresser? Who's this guy? Exactly, Hounds. Once I get all the pieces of the puzzle. Who's this guy? I mean, is he not this kid's father? This is the same guy? No, it's not. Is it really? Oh, I'm open, Dawn, for hearing all about it because I'm not familiar with it. So I got no problem, listening to everything. But that's the same guy. And how is TBI now found anything yet to charge anyone? Because it's not connected. There's a lot of pics of little girls in hospital on his page. I mean, did anyone, really look into him? Just takes pics of kids in bed, including in that hospital? Who's taking the picture? So this is at that guy's house? I don't know why everybody's freaking out about the hair. Okay, they're all friends. They all have the same haircut. Maybe it was the thing to do in 2020. I don't know. I don't see any big deal about the haircut, though. So who's this guy? It's someone's video. Rainy. Missing but not forgotten's video. A lot have that short. That's what I'm saying, but that's not a conspiracy. I mean, how many people had Jennifer Aniston's hair back in the day? Everyone got that haircut, so maybe it's the same thing. Okay, but how do we know? I mean, how do we know that he's not an uncle to these people or he's not related to these people or something? I mean, I'm not saying he is or he's not. I'm just saying, how do we know? We don't. Unless you guys do know, then you can fill me in. There's no way it's the same guy. The guy in the hospital was 10 times bigger and looked older. I don't believe it's the same guy. I mean, I could be wrong. But I absolutely do not think it's the same person. I just don't. Sarah, I'm totally with you. But we might be the only ones. But if you look at this guy, the guy in the hospital was his brother. Okay, that I believe. Because I was going to say, this guy is not that guy. They're two different guys. Those are totally two different guys. I've already set up a DW record that Summer's parents and Dr. Phil will closely observe their body language. It is a dramatic difference. And it's the same year. That's not the same person. I'll show you. Hold on. Hang on one second. Hang on. That don't even look like a real hospital? Yeah, it does. When did you become a conspiracy person, Cinnamon? Alright, hang on. I gotta pull this up. Alright. Alright. Definitely not the same person. No, that's not the same person. The eye set is different. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think it's the same person. This guy looks older. Yeah, but there's certain things he doesn't know. They're different. These are different people. Even on a different angle. He doesn't have the cheekbones that he has. The hair is different. No, it's not the same person. The hairline is off exactly. It's not the same person. Their chin is different. Yeah, it's not. Nope, because even if you straighten him out, the hair is different. Everything is different. They could be brothers. And this guy's much heavier. Yeah, I definitely don't believe the same person. Nobody looks that different from an angle. But this guy looks scary. He don't look scary to me. He does. Just saying. Where was I? Alright, let's continue on. No, it was all within the same time frame. No, that's a real hospital. Are you sure these aren't his kids? I mean, are you sure these aren't his kids? Or his relatives? White van is real? That's gross. I don't understand why she goes back to this. Then she points out the hair again. I don't understand. This is this exact same date as the first time. Oh, missing again. I gotcha. Okay. What's GM? Grandma? It's Allison Harris from Summerwell's case. Who's this? GM? Who's that? Grandma? Is that Candace? Okay, well, we see Grandma won't win any fashion contests. Grandma Candy. Who is she? Her hair? Her hair looks like any other old grandmother. Her hair is a typical short haircut. Yeah, there's nothing strange about a haircut. That's reaching. I don't know. I don't get it. So guys, help me understand. Help me see the light, because I'm not seeing it. I don't get the point of that. I'm all about Mr. Kids, rather babies who trust and do not deserve to be harmed. Hey, Mark. The way the hair is cut, the white van, it's all affiliated with child trafficking. It is said on an investigation show about it and what to look for. Okay, well, I have to look that up because I don't believe that. I really don't believe that. But I might be wrong. So let me take a look. You can't say a white van. White vans are used to traffic people, to like anywhere you picking up somebody, use a white van. So the white van is stupid. Okay. So far, two things. There is nothing about a specific haircut. I'm looking. Okay, tell me what to look for because I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing that a specific haircut means trafficking. So point it out. Hounds, help me out here. What am I looking for? Because I can't find anything that talks about a haircut, a specific style haircut for human trafficking. So help me, tell me what I'm supposed to look up. Because every search that I've looked up, nothing comes up. So help me out. No, this is important though. I don't want to, never mind. I like, if you show me where to look, I'll look. But if you're new to my channel, you have to understand, I need to see proof myself when possible in order to formulate a theory or put things together or basically connect the dots. You can't connect the dots if you take somebody else's word for it. So that's why I need to see it in black and white. Not just believe, oh, that's what it means. They all shave their heads at the same time. It would all be growing back at the same time. Do you think that could be it? Well, no, I actually have a theory that hit me like a ton of bricks. However, my theory is null and void if this is not true. So, just because you saw it on Facebook doesn't make it true, but I just need to see it in black and white. I need to see it for myself. Because I'm not 100%. I don't think a specific haircut has anything to do with human trafficking, but I've never been involved in human trafficking. Hell yeah, you need evidence to actually say it as a fact. Hell to the yeah. I mean, I've already formulated a theory if it is true. But and I'm not saying that you didn't hear it. I'm sure you did hear it. But I'm saying that I would need to see it. Symbols or traits have nothing to do with a haircut. I don't see any specific haircut that it means that they're involved in human trafficking. And that's something I've never heard. Legit. Never heard it. She had to watch something allowed to use the names of faces of the kids. She had to what? Yeah, I got news for you. As of right now, that's a rumor. There's no specific haircut triggered towards human trafficking that I can find. So if someone can point me in the direction that I'm wrong, I'm all for it. But there's nothing about a haircut. Not in the red flags, nothing. All right, observing victims' physical characteristics and behaviors. Oh. Yeah, but the most popular age of sex trafficking is 12 and 14. You know what? I just thought of something. Let me tell you what I just thought of. Haircuts. If you're going to human traffic children, I want you guys to think logically about this. Let's use our brains. If you're going to traffic somebody, if you're going to do something illegal, are you going to put a target on your child or on that child as a human trafficker? That's like, I'm going to deal crack and I'm going to walk around with a shirt that says I deal crack. That's basically what you're saying. That's not even logical. I don't even know why I even bothered looking this up. It's not logical. You're not going to put a kid with a haircut if that's a sign that you're doing something illegal, very illegal, one that'll get you in jail for the rest of your life. There's no logic in that. Like, absolutely none. So, there's just no logic. So to think like throwing sneakers on a power line or having a color light bulb on the porch, exactly. There's no logic in it. So there's no way that there's a specific haircut that says these kids are trafficked. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Now that I really sat back and thought about it, it doesn't make sense. That, I believe, is a total fabricated rumor. I didn't haircut, but thought weird when I read. Nah, white vans too. Same thing. White vans are used to, I don't want to use the word traffic, transportation. Most transportation vans are white. That's fact. So again, if it had to do with human trafficking, they wouldn't blurt out, here I am, especially with kids all with the same haircut. I mean, you would have to be put on the dumbest criminals ever if that was the case. So anybody that's running with that theory, get it out of your mind because it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, you'd want to blend in. Doesn't throw on sneakers over a power line lead people in the right direction. That's exactly right. If you throw sneakers over a power line, you're showing you were there or something. That's not a good example. Let's use crack. Or, yeah, crack. I'm going to deal crack, and I'm going to wear my jacket where I'm hiding the drugs inside out. I want everyone to see the crack pipes that I'm offering. I want everyone to see all the drugs that I'm offering and how much money I have on me. You're not going to do that. So you're not going to drive a white van if, assuming that that's what it meant. You're not going to drive a white van and have all girls wear haircuts that show you're a human trafficker. No, it don't work like that. Oh, no. Beautiful. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying why I'm disputing it. Always going to that damn crack. Hell yeah. But you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of conspiracies that come up that people run with that you say it enough times or you pass it along enough times and it seems legit. So by the time it gets to somebody who's just, interested in a case or watching people on a case, by the time it gets to that person, you're not going to sit there and look up everything. You just want to know, okay, that's a cool fact, move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm the type of person, when I hear something, I want to look up every detail. And then if I find it, then I want to read up it even more. So neither one of us are right or wrong about that. It's just different. We're just different people. You know what I mean? He may as well spray exactly. He might as well spray Predator on the side of the van if any of that was true. That's why it doesn't make sense. I don't know who Devil's Eyes is, but you know what I'm saying? If you just use common logic, it doesn't add up. So yeah, I don't believe either one of those. Sounds like he may have had a white van because he had a lot of kids. Just saying. Yeah, there's nothing. Physical characteristics. Um, Observable red flags. Show signs of injuries from physical abuse. Show signs of malnourishment, dehydration, poor hygiene. Dress inappropriately for the weather, and our clothes are all a mess. Dresses inappropriately for age. Have brands or tattoos associated with sex trafficking, such as money for sale, money bag, property of pimp name, ATM, barcode. A barcode? Hey, one of my Patreons has a barcode. On one of multiple people in group, including identical tattoo in similar location, like on the neck or chest, or they've been to prison. That's it. Now, is it possible that people are giving these guys their kids? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, but that was from her parents. She just had bad parents. But I get what you're saying, but yeah, she just had bad parents. Um, but according to this, and according to a lot of things that I've read, Summer wasn't an age for sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is older. This is like child pornography. You know what I mean? It's not really sex trafficking. That's usually left for the older people. Because even here, everything they're talking about is for an older child. A teenager. You know, like, what I mean by that is I highly doubt Summer used the words life game, turnout, stroll track, hit it strain, or trapping, or lot lizard. I'm sure she didn't use those words. I'm sure she didn't pick up multiple prescriptions related to sexually transmitted diseases. Like, a lot of this is for older. Maybe her parents were trafficking. I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Dumb theory, but I'll tell you why I don't think so. Because Don was such a sexual deviant, I don't think he would have been able to handle somebody else touching her. I think if there was anything going on with her, he did it all. If that makes sense. Neglect does play a big part. But I just don't, with all of Don's sexual abuse history, I don't think that he would allow anybody to touch her. That was his. That's just my feeling. Pimping her, again, I don't think he would have wanted it. Documentary on YouTube of trafficking on women who give birth to sell children. Oh, absolutely, she's easily manipulated. You can see it the way Don watches her. Someone didn't talk much. Dawn said that she wasn't vocal. Oh, I mean, my first thought she was probably being molested, but I don't, that's a hard thing to put on someone. I don't want to do that. But I mean, has anybody looked into, is this guy that they were talking about or that had the pictures, was he related to them? Was he their uncle? Was he their cousin? I mean, he seemed to have a lot of kid stuff around. So, I mean, are we poorly judging this guy? And again, I have no idea. I didn't look myself, but are we like poorly judging this guy? Like maybe he's not as bad as people think he is. I don't know. And the only reason I'm saying that is because here at the beginning, they thought the haircuts, the white vans, so they automatically when I say the girl did the video, they automatically say that, oh, this guy's trafficking, but it's not like that at all. So is this guy related to them? I mean, maybe he's a big uncle, maybe he's completely innocent. I don't know. Amanda T, do you know that guy's name? Do you have that guy's name? Hold on. Let me look up something. Okay. And I don't know, beautiful. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I just don't want to put that on somebody and put it in the universe. Okay, so 13%, this is where what I was looking up. 13% of, I know, but what was his name, Dawn? Do we know his name? Yes, hounds. That's possible, Rainey. I won't rule that out. 13% of boys are sex trafficked. They had 3 boys. Any reason why they never trafficked any of them? Why Summer? The reason I'm saying that is looking at Don's past and Don's history, I would think, just on a whim, but I would think that Don would want to get rid of the boys faster than Summer. But maybe not. But if you're a sexual deviant, wouldn't you want only a girl and get rid of the boys? Kind of like, what's his name? Michael Long. Got rid of the boys and now is off in the sunset with his little girl. I don't know. Warren Jeffs, that was his name? There's no Warren Jeff on Facebook that I can find. Can we do an image search? Who is that guy? I think she accidentally died and Candace perceived it as neglect and hit her body. That's my main theory. Then it's abduction. I don't know, Gray. I toss back and forth. I mean, I don't think Don had anything to do with it, but I think Candace did. And I think the grandmother. No, not Warren Jeffs. That's because he's in prison. That guy that was in the pictures in prison? You guys got me all sorts of confused. Trafficking is all one umbrella, but children cannot work per their little bodies compared to older girls. Warren Jeff is in prison. Why is he in prison? Was he a president of a church? I don't think Candace hid the body. She's too dumb. I hate to say it like that, but she is. She's too dumb. Okay, so he was current and former member of the FLDS discussed controversial church, President Warren Jeffs, who was convicted of 2 felony counts. That guy? Yeah, it's the same person. Prophet of evil. What should I do? Drive 10 miles away and put somewhere in the woods and secluded. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe it was accidental. Yeah, I think Grandma's involved. See, my theory, Gray, that she was giving some guy head for drugs in the shed, and the other guy came and took her. I've disagreed, Laura. I can see her hiding the body out of fear if she drowned. I don't think so. I think she would have cracked. All right, so why'd someone give me Warren Jeff's name? What about church guy with the flute, joined the church, had been at the house, then left shortly afterwards? Well, what about grandma driving a sex offender? I think Don's the only one that's not involved. Grandma was there for about a month. Yes, until the heat got too much, then she left. I don't trust the grandma. I just don't. Do you think she was abusing Hunter? No. It's very hard to abuse somebody else's child. Don is a sexual predator. He's not going to want somebody else touching what he owns. I don't buy that theory. This whole wacko YouTuber, this was before the wacko YouTubers. You should have seen a video I just watched, Gray. You want to talk about wackos? Trying to say a haircut in a white van? Okay. Jeff Warren is beyond disgusting and still operating behind jail in his cult. She disappeared just before CPS was to show up. I did read what you wrote. You said the heat, nads, more of the wacko YouTubers and social media. I know Grandma was there for about a month. I saw your comments. But I think that Candace was fucking some dude or sucking some dick for dope in the shed, and Summer was taken. That's my real theory. I mean, Empath and Candace and Grandis have some to... Oh, absolutely. Aha. Thank you, D. We got Allison's Facebook. Okay, there's nothing on her Facebook. Nothing on here. She's working at Walmart. She's such a pretty lady. So where are all these pictures? I don't see any pictures of the guy. That's it. That's all the pictures. She is one ugly woman. No offense. Okay, not for nothing. There's nothing wrong with her Facebook. Mine and the hubby's kitties. Fall 2014. There's nothing on her Facebook. Now, does that mean she couldn't have taken things off? Yeah, she could have taken things off. But I'm not seeing anything like the rumors that I heard. McCarter. Alright. So she has not left the area since 2019. That was her last check-in. Why, when you have children, would you allow How do you know they're offenders? Where are the pictures? I don't see any offenders on her page. So tell me who an offender is. Candace is on her page. She does look like an inbreed. I agree, JR. Why do I keep seeing this name? Hosea was Don's older son. Okay, if that's him, there's nothing there. that Candace? Good night, Al. Isn't that Candace? I agree with this. She said, I agree with your statement, but I don't agree with strange people leaving comments under a minor social media. I totally agree with that. Like, what did you help mom do with little Summer? Come on, this kid's 15. Oh, it's not Candace, it's the grandma. I thought it was the Candace. Someone says, if I was stupid enough to allow my 15-year-old to hang out with the likes of Candace, I'd allow this Facebook to be public. I don't know. This is like a rabbit hole you can go down forever. You were right that it was Candace, right? They're saying no, it wasn't, but I think it was Candace. Good night, Kiki. Who's Sherry Mulhaney? Man, she's uglier than Candace. I mean, she's uglier than Allie. What tree service? She ugly. Alright, so I'm moving on from this because I'm not really finding anything. But here, let me tell you my theory, though. Check this out. You know, like you guys were talking about the haircut and stuff? Well, let's just assume it's true, which I know it's not, but let's assume it's true. What if that's why they cut the hair off? They wanted out of whatever cult they were in, or they wanted out of, maybe, just maybe the haircut thing was an internal thing that, like, these girls are allowed to be touched. If they have a haircut like that, they're free game. That I can see. So let's assume that they are, they have their own little circle, their own sick pedophile circle. And whenever the girl has a haircut like that, that means that they're free game. That they're allowed to, and this is only in their own little circle, and that they're allowed to take that girl, do whatever you want, molest that girl, whatever. And that's why all the girls had a similar haircut. But go one step further. What if that's why they cut their hair off? They wanted out of that circle. They were done with that circle. They wanted out of that little cult-like following that they had. So Candace shaved her head to show that she was no longer available. I don't know why I had that thought. I just did. When you guys were talking about the haircut. They got rid of the haircut because they wanted her out. Exactly. They didn't want her out. Now she's missing. Exactly. I'm just saying, maybe it's possible. They had supposedly checked out the tree service guys, but you never know. I don't know. It just hit me like, I'm not psychic, but sometimes I just get thoughts and it'll just like come to me like a ton of bricks and I'll see it. And that's kind of what I've got. When you guys were talking about the hair, that was like just what I felt, like just what I saw, that was the reason for the hair. And obviously Candace can't tell anyone that. Candace can't turn around and say, well, we wanted to get her out of a pedo ring, a pedo ring. It's very possible. I don't know the tree service thing, but I'm telling you, that's very possible. And like I said, you can't tell anyone that. She certainly can't tell anyone that, but that could be part of why she was abducted. It definitely could be. Could be, maybe they didn't, how long was her hair short? Maybe somebody was looking for her. You never know. And you can't tell anyone that. They're not going to go to the police with it. Then they certainly can't tell the police anything about it. But it definitely makes sense of, you could piece it all together. You know what I mean? And I don't know, for some reason that's sticking with me. Like, it just is. So, but that's based on the theory of all the haircuts were the same for a specific reason. I agree. Anything is possible at this point. So before I close down, because I'm getting really tired, but there was something that I found that I was asking you guys about that I accidentally found. Hold on. All right. They really could be telling the truth. They could be telling the truth. Absolutely. What was my theory before the haircut thing was that I've been tossed. I don't know. I don't believe she's alive. I don't. I believe she's dead. My gut tells me she's been dead from day one. I never thought Don was involved. I always thought it was just Candace. And I believe Don's covering for Candace. What he knows, I don't know, because I think Don would kill her. I really do. I think Grandma's involved. I think Candace is involved. And not necessarily involved in the killing, but in the cover-up. And I really think that she left, maybe moved bodies. Maybe Mom took the body somewhere else, but I don't think she's alive. I always thought Candace did something. I don't think Don did. I really don't. But I also, I mean, I hope she is found alive, but my gut tells me she's not. My gut tells me she died that day. Now, when I say Candace is involved, it's possible that Candace was involved in the cover-up and not so much the murder. But I don't know. Candace is involved somehow. Somehow. Don's not. She is. And so is Grandma. But this haircut thing is also weighing on me. Like, I do think there's something to it. I do. There's something to this thing. I don't know. Her neglect, definitely. But I don't, like, unlike Ray, I don't think she died accidentally. I really don't. No, I don't. I'm thinking that he didn't kill her. Maybe a reason why, however. I don't think Don knows. I mean, take it one step further. Let's say Don was really molesting her, okay? Let's assume that he was. Why would he want her gone? That's his sickness. That's his, you know what I mean? He would want her there. And if Candace got jealous, and that's another theory I have, that Candace was jealous that Don loved Summer more than he loved her, paid Summer more attention. Maybe Summer was being molested and she was getting jealous, so she killed Summer. It's very possible. No, I don't think there would be signs of that in the car. There would be like DNA in the car or stuff in the car. Even though he had a shady past, I don't think so either. You never know. Or she was moved somewhere else. Definitely possible. What about Summer's Inn? I don't know. CPS coming ship in SA. I don't know. But here's what happens. Alright, I'm going to save this other thing for tomorrow because it's going to be another hour and I am too tired to go another hour. My brain is fried, so I am going to shut this down. But I promise you guys tomorrow we'll do this other thing. It has to do with accusations and people going after it. Like basically the drama that's going on that is unwarranted and kind of not fair for organizations and stuff, but something about a $50,000 thing that people will call him fake that wasn't fake, and I don't know. I gotta talk to Tiffany about it because she would know more. If Candace thinking on the same level of 15-year-old, it could have been impulsive. You know, but honestly though, that is my strongest theory. Once we found out Don's past, is that Candace got jealous. Candace got jealous that she wasn't getting the attention and that, you know, he was maybe only having sex with Summer, or maybe ever since Summer came out, you know, or Don could be a good guy. Who knows? But it makes me think that maybe there's more to that. And maybe Candace was jealous of Summer. Because, you know, in all the times they're on the show, you don't see them cry about the boys. I understand Summer's missing. You know, Candace does once in a blue moon, but I've never heard Don cry over the boys. I've never heard Don get upset over the boys. It's always about Summer. So, Jody Sue is the neighbor or something. I think she was murdered. I don't think it was accidental. I think she was murdered. I don't know how much about the story, but what about the other kids? Weren't they there when... Allegedly. That's what I said too, Danny. I asked the exact same question, that wouldn't the boys hold the key? And I said that when I was interviewing Don, and everyone started yelling at me, there's an order, there's a gag order, you can't talk about it. So I never got an answer. But I agree with you. The boys would have been interrogated 100 times. And, you know, you have 3 boys. One of them is going to slip. I can't imagine all of them keeping the same statement. You know, one of them is going to slip up at some point. I had that exact same theory, Danny. So, all right. I know we can't talk about it for hours, but I am going to shut down so I can get some sleepies and get my beauty sleep. But I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. We're going to go through this video from this We Can Bring You Hope. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Oh, I never gave his results of the poll. So do you believe Summer Wells was abducted or killed by Candace, Don, or both? Abducted got 42%. Killed by Candace got 41%. Killed by Don got 4%. And killed by both 13%. So tomorrow I will add some new stuff to it. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. You never know. So, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Peace.